Support comes from Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to sustainable and sound conservation of the state's forests, which support more than 41,000 Missouri jobs, resulting in a $10 billion industry. ChooseWood.com.
It's Friday, January 12th. This is The Gateway. I'm Wayne Pratt. Get ready for an Arctic blast. Temperatures this weekend will drop into the single digits.
And that's going to produce some truly dangerous wind chill values for people who aren't, prepared for it. You're not properly dressed, or for people who don't have adequate shelter.
The incoming cold is prompting wind and weather advisories for the St. Louis, Rolla, and Quincy areas. National Weather Service meteorologist John Carney says an Arctic air mass is moving in today. It will bring some rain to the St. Louis region, but not much freezing rain or snow.
The cold fronts that come through, and not only is it going to bring colder air, it's going to bring drier air with it, and it looks like it's going to shut the precipitation off very quickly.
Carney says the larger danger is wind chill, which could reach 10 to 15 degrees below Sunday and Monday. He says frostbite can occur in a half hour when it's that cold. As the region prepares for a frigid weekend, many St. Louisans will use salt to keep roads and walkways safe. That can be a problem for local water quality. St. Louis Public Radio's Kate Grumke reports on efforts to protect streams and ponds.
On a recent freezing morning, Greg Camutis is walking up to Richland Creek in Swansea, Illinois. He's one of hundreds of volunteers who regularly test Illinois creeks and ponds through a program called Winter Chloride Watchers. Camutis drops a can into the water, then tests the sample.
So it looks like 2 to me.
That's a pretty low number, and Camutis says he sees that a lot.
But if you look at the sites over in St. Louis and stuff, they have, higher levels.
To use less salt, there's a growing effort to change practices around St. Louis. Many cities are now spraying a saltwater mixture before it snows. I'm Kate Grumke, St. Louis Public Radio.
As the cold snap takes hold, the National Weather Service is putting out a call for more people to become trained storm spotters. Forecasters say extreme weather events in the St. Louis region will become even more frequent. Matt Beischer is a meteorologist at the National Weather Service in St. Louis.
If you're, out and about and you're not ducking under cover when hail is coming down or a tornado is coming down and you see something, let us know, because that information could be the key to saving lives down the road, even in the next couple of minutes, couple of hours.
The Weather Service offers a 2-hour interactive class for people interested in storm spotting. Beischer was a guest on St. Louis on the Air. In other news, a bill being introduced today at the St. Louis Board of Aldermen would restrict drone flights over public parks, streets, and sidewalks. It comes as a D.C.-based company says it will launch surveillance drones in the Gravois Park neighborhood this month, despite residents' objections. Test flights have been underway for 2 months. St. Louis Public Radio's Lauren Brennicke reports.
The founder of SMS novel filmmaking company, Jomo Johnson, claims the drones will help prevent crime. But Gravois Park resident Jake Lyonfields says he and his neighbors are determined to stop the surveillance plan.
We don't want it. Nobody wants it. We can have well-intentioned conversations about public safety, but in this particular situation, nobody's for it from the neighborhood, for the people who actually live here.
The residents have asked city officials to keep drones out of Gravois Park. City officials this week sent Johnson a cease and desist letter and told him he would need a permit and $1 million in insurance. St. Louis officials say they will enforce that order, and Alderwoman Alicia Saunier plans to introduce legislation that would block those drone flights. I'm Lauren Brennicke, St. Louis Public Radio.
A digital collective of 10 national black newspapers, including the St. Louis American, is now a public benefit corporation. The Word in Black website launched in 2020 after a white Minneapolis police officer murdered George Floyd. The local media foundation is funding this initiative, which seeks to address racial inequities from the black perspective. Liz Corke-Lasaunier is the site's managing director. She says the business model could help shift black newspapers into different markets.
It's exciting to see this investment and the belief that we can build something new and that it can grow.
Corke-Lasaunier plans to grow the site by incorporating news from several black outlets. New information from Illinois' health department shows a nearly 50% jump in the number of people from other states who came to Illinois for an abortion. the year Roe v. Wade was overturned. Kristen Schorsch reports.
The new data is from 2022, when federal protection for abortions ended. Nearly 17,000 people from outside Illinois came here for an abortion that year. The procedure is still legal in Illinois, a haven for abortion rights, while other states have banned abortion or made it harder to get. There was a slight decrease in the number of Illinois residents who received abortions in 2022. Overall, there were just over 56,000 abortions performed in the state that year, a 9% jump from the previous year. Illinois is no longer releasing which counties or states patients live to protect their privacy and safety. I'm Kristen Schorsch.
Some of the items we are following in the St. Louis Public Radio newsroom. The weekend cold snap will create a lot of problems, and we will check in on winter weather services for the unhoused. And as we mentioned, a bill will be introduced at the St. Louis Board of Aldermen today to restrict drone flights over public areas. Board leaders will also today outline legislative priorities for the remainder of the current session. No podcast on Monday. We are taking a break for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This weekday extravaganza returns Tuesday. The Gateway is a production of St. Louis Public Radio, a listener-supported service of the University of Missouri-St. Louis. Music by Ryan McNeely of Adult Fur. I'm Wayne Pratt.
Support comes from Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to sustainable and sound conservation of the state's forests, which support more than 41,000 Missouri jobs, resulting in a $10 billion industry. ChooseWood.com.